U.S. Army quietly stands up rotational force in the Philippines. The U.S. Army has stood up a rotational force in the Philippines. According to recently released defense media, Army Rotational Force Philippines, a previously unknown formation, was revealed for the first time Thursday following a meeting last month between the Ground Service and Marine Rotational Force Southeast Asia in Manila. While details regarding the rotational force's formation date, capabilities and mission remains unclear. The force is headed by a lieutenant colonel and has assigned a liaison officer with Task Force Philippines. Task Force Philippines was unveiled in October by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth as a method to enhance coordination with Manila against Chinese coercion, USNI News previously reported. The existence of Army Rotational Force Philippines demonstrates an expanded American military footprint in the Philippines, one that has increased following a renewed defense relationship in response to Chinese actions in the South China Sea and aspirations over Taiwan, U.S. Indo-Pacific Command did not immediately respond to a request for comment from USNI News. The U.S. Army maintains a scattered footprint across the Philippine Islands to assist Manila in internal and external security matters. Army Gray Eagle drones have been deployed to Mindanao, which has seen decades of American security assistance against radical Islamic insurgents. In 2023, one of the drones appeared over 2nd Thomas Shoal in a show of force against Chinese forces deploying against Philippine Coast Guard cutters. In Luzon, American ground forces have oriented their focus on land defense operations in the country's northern reaches, an area of increasing concern amid Philippine concerns of a potential Taiwan contingency spillover. Army exercises over the summer saw Philippine and U.S. troops practice strategic deployments from central Luzon to northern Luzon. Additionally, the ground service stepped up its efforts in the Southeast Asian nation following a string of incidents between Chinese and Philippine forces over disputed maritime features in the South China Sea. Since 2022, the Army deployed some of its most capable formations to the archipelago for increasingly complex and maritime-focused drills, including high-mobility rocket artillery systems, HIMARS, expeditionary Patriot air defense units and mid-range capability, a ground-based Mark 41 vertical launching system. Chinese diplomatic channels have reacted negatively to the deployment of long-range missile systems across the archipelago. Philippine defense officials stated the deployment of the Typhoon missile system during Balikat in 2024 was for defensive and training purposes. The system also has the capability to strike targets in China with its Tomahawk cruise missiles. Following the Balikat deployment, the Army kept mid-range capability in the Philippines. Manila has repeatedly stated its intention to procure the missile system to the ire of Beijing. The Philippine Army stood up its first land-based missile battalion last fall.